So it's been almost, I think it's almost 4 years since I posted a video on this channel, which is an absolute stonker of a time. And I have no idea if this channel's alive, dead, dormant, or anything, but I've been playing City Skylines 2 recently, and I've really kind of enjoyed it. And I've settled on a map that I built, which is based off the northern part of Scotland. After adjusting it and changing some of the land, making more of a buildable area, it looked absolutely nothing like the height map that I put in, so it's 99.9% nothing like a northern part of Scotland, but I'm kind of happy with the end result. Now, the idea for this kind of build that we're going to be going for is not something that's going to be planned out too much. I don't really want to build a huge grid area and just end up plonking things down and adjust a few things. I want to expand naturally and expand as we go along, and if that creates problems with roads or traffic, we'll come back to that later. We'll try and fix that, but I kind of want to make it just expanding with the flow and just make sure that it's not rushed too much. Now, I want to focus on mainly low rises first as well, so I want to get a population of maybe about 4,000, 5,000, mainly from low rises, which would consume a lot of space, but I'm not too worried about the population overall. I just want to get a nice kind of local city or village kind of feeling within this island and not too many high rises. But we will possibly add them in later on as we develop further. We're going to be building at the back of the map from the highway, or the motorway in my sense. So we're going to come off the junction. It's going to be a long road, maybe a kilometer, maybe a kilometer or two, going towards the back of the map, and that will be building near the mountain area. So that for me is where I want the low rises to be. So you've got these nice low rises along the mountains that you've got a nice little view, and that's about as much planning as I'm thinking right now. But we've got an island at the back which I'd like to expand to much later on as well. I will be adding in some industrial buildings, but I won't be focusing too much on building or styling that out at the moment. I'll just be adding those in to accommodate the city, to make sure the city starts to move and things going on. Same with some farms. I'll build a few farms maybe, but nothing too drastic early on, and we'll have some focus on that much later. But yes, sit back guys and enjoy. I'll catch you at the end of the video. Don't expect too many grids. I went to New York and I was crossing the road more times than I've crossed the road in my life, going through Manhattan, which was alien to me. It was absolutely alien, but it was still very nice. Now, here I'm going to be building roads that are a bit wonky. There will be some straight lines, but there'll be a lot of wonky lines, squiggly lines, but I'll try to make it look acceptable, if that's the right word. I'm not too sure, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so enjoy the video guys, and I'll catch you at the end of it. Hello again. So we built out the kind of main grid for this kind of large area, but it's probably going to change quite a bit as we go along. We'll adjust some roads, we'll adjust some sort of angles and junctions and so on. But you will probably see as well that I've added quite a few trees. For the part where I live in London, it's very kind of green, like there's lots of trees everywhere, and you don't really notice too much or pay attention to it until you have a look on, say, Google Maps, or for instance, and you see that there's like green shoved in between every house that backs onto each other, or some bush or some field or some parks. Kind of like there's just more green than you kind of really notice. So I want to add in a lot of trees. I want to have a lot of greenery. I want it to feel kind of really green, I guess. It's just really treey, if that's even a bloody word. So that's kind of how we're going at the moment. I want that kind of nice natural feeling going on. We're using the US Southwest houses. I kind of like them. I think they're kind of cozy. They're not too large, but I know as they level up, they become slightly darker in roof textures, which again I don't mind too much. I do like the original colour in level 1s. They look quite nice. But yeah, so we just built the first part of the area. We've got a little school there in the back. We've got a little kind of high street, if we can call it that, or like a kind of a main strip where there's a few shops there to keep the locals happy. That might become a much longer strip in the future. But yeah, that's the beginning of it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one as we expand on more. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.